Hello, it's Agnes coming to you with the Wreath. I had 500 questions about. I got it because I always like to challenge myself. So I've been asking you on my Facebook page, what should I do with it? I mean, what are your ideas? How do you paint this? Do you go whimsical? Well, I did get some answers, but most of them were, well, that was the reason why I didn't get it because I did not know how to do it. So, guess what? We're going to experiment together. And you know me, I love me some mixed media. So, I'm just going to simply mix some of my ingredients, and I'm going to for sure add the full recipe in the comments. So, make sure to check that out. I just, added a little bit of my old baking soda because this is my crafting baking soda, some paint, some glue, and I'm going to have fun smearing my mixture all around. And at the beginning, and I just wanted to sort of go from the beginning with you. At the beginning, I thought, oh, I'll just go around the pine cones. I'm just going to go around the stars. Yeah, I'm going to do it. But then you know what? It's impossible, at least with the tools that I had. And I do have the whole palette knives. But you know what? I was not really thinking I will need the full blown stuff. So you know what? Guess what? I'm just going to quickly smear what I have, not really paying attention what I'm going to do with it. And for now, not going to pay attention where my snowflakes are or where my pine cones were. I'm just going to smear my mixed media that I've created, and I've absolutely loved to paint with it and do anything with it, even stencil, to see what we can possibly do. You can see is from the beginning, I was trying to be like really careful, trying to create some kind of a movement that imitates the leaves. And I know that if I would have had my palette knife, I would most likely be able to get better on creating some kind of looking leaves. But you know what, or whatever, the needles. But you know what, at this point, I just wanted to actually see what the first layer is. A lot of times is when I play with the mixed media, at least with the one I've created, I do like to add the first layer and then wait until it dries, and it takes a little while, and then just add it all, again, the second layer. So we're just going to literally try to bring as much of a texture and as much as of natural flow to it as much as we can with whatever the first layer is. And as you can see, is now I'm going over trying to create that little texture. And then I'm like looking, man, I do have a lot of paint left. I really do not want to mix more because for now, because I do want to see how that's going to look when it's dry. So I'm just playing around, and I'm going to scrape it off with my popsicle stick, whatever it's there, because I do feel like I do want to add a lot to the side. So yeah, I'm just making a wiggles and exposing back my pine cones. You see, this is what I'm always trying to say. And I have to tell you, at some point, I thought maybe my project wants me to expose the pine cones. But guess what? It's not happening. So now it's a cleanup time. I need to clean up my bow. I need to clean up my letters at least a little bit because I do not want it to later scrub it off when it's all dry. So I'm just, trying to add even more to it. So now this is dry. I mean, it took a good portion of drying, and of course I clogged up my holes there. So now I'm taking the pencil brush, and I'm just trying to find them and open them up because you never know. I mean, they're meant to be there. So, well, we'll see. And it's, again, the texture looks similar, and I usually at this point would have added another layer of the texture paint. But you know what? I think that I'm going to paint this time. I'm not going to build it up no more. I'm just going to paint. Reason I did wanted to clean up the back of it because I do wanted to make sure that whatever, if I'm going to add it on flat surface, I mean, again, I don't have no plans on adding on anything yet because I am just not, I just do not know if this is going to be actually salvageable. So here we go. I am getting a little bit of a darker paint of green, a little bit of the black, and I'm just going to go over the bumps that I've created to create the little highlights. And it's again, if I would have normally would have mixed that color with the my mixed media again and try to add additional layer going differently. But you know what? Let's just see what's going to happen if we are going to just have fun with another green shade of it. And we're just highlighting it all around. I do actually like what I see right now because it adds even more dimension, and those bumps that I had before are even looking better. So now I've got a darker green, and I'm just going to smear it all over again. And I just added on the top of whatever other paint I had, and I'm just going to go all around it and create a third shade of green. And obviously, this is a mixed media, so it is already, because it contained the glue, so it is dry. And I don't think it's going to melt in any way again to become soft. But you know what? You just got to be careful. So with adding too much. So now what I'm going to do is just highlight the edges on the inside, on the outside, add more of this green, make sure that whatever I've done it earlier, it's showing. And it does. I mean, I really hope you can see this. It's not maybe the greatest, but you know what? I am at this point experimenting. Not going to lie, it's not the greatest, but you know what? It actually looks a little bit better. So now I am actually wondering and staring at it. How am I going to attack the top of my wreath? So I thought I'm going to bring a bow and just create a 3D bow versus trying to paint anything. So guess what? I'm going to just paint all white. Now I know that the middle letters have to stand out somehow. So yes, you can use any different colors of you like. But you know me, I need to squeeze in someplace gold always. So I'm going to do that. Plus, I was actually thinking, I do have a plan actually for those openings on the wreath. So as you can see, is I'm using the Dollar Tree, the ball fillers that I'm going to simply place randomly throughout my wreath where the openings are and create a tiny ornaments. I think that's a good plan. It's a Dollar Tree project, so and a Dollar Tree wreath, so I better stick with it. I mean, it's not looking bad. Again, we're just going to continue. So I decided to mix whatever was in my little bowl, a little bit of the gold, small and big, and a little bit of the silver, all together. So yeah, I'm hot gluing it, and of course, as you hot glue it, obviously there is the hole on the back of it. So you got to make sure that you add your hot glue to the sides. So that's it. That portion seems to be done, but now I feel like I wanted to add on some because it seems like Dollar Tree did not punch those holes regularly out there. So I'm just randomly adding different ornaments, the ball fillers, right around my wreath. And I think it's time to make a bow. And of course, this is going to be a disaster. What am I going to do? At the beginning, I thought I'm going to use a little bit of the gold and a little bit of the white that I've got from, I think, where did I get it? I think I got that one at the BJ's. No, Costco. Oh no, maybe I got it at Michael's. Either way. So as you can see, I'm creating my loop. So I do have... this is the way I do it. So what I do is I create 2 loops. I leave a little bit of a tail and then create 2 loops right on the sides. And then the third one a little bit smaller and the fourth one. And you can continue on and on and on and on. But obviously, it's up to you. So I'm experimenting, big time experimenting. Don't even have a pipe cleaner or anything that I can tie it with. But you know what? Let's hope it's going to work with the wire. So I'm cutting my ribbon and I think I am all good with it. Now let's puff it up, shape it up, and see where our bow is going to take us. Mind that this ribbon is wider, but it's not wide. It does not have no wire. So it is actually nicely shaping for me, not as nice as the wired one would have, but you know what? I actually do like it. You can shape it up so the bows, the little loops are on each side. You can and create that little cascade. You can make them messy. You can stand all of them up. I mean, it's up to you. So now look, I'm trying to see because my bow that I make, and obviously I should have made a bigger one. Seems like it's still going to show that wood on the side. So I decided to do the simple one right in the middle out of the gold since I already have a gold on my wreath. So I decided to just simply tie it up, a very simple one, make sure that it's wide, that it's going to cover. Oh, I like it now. It's not going to show much, but at least it's going to cover whatever it's underneath. So guess what? I'm hot gluing it right there, and I'm going to make sure that it's spread out. I'm going to make sure that all that white, wood, painted wood, is hidden. So here we go. I'm just trying to make sure again that it all works. I'm going to hot glue my bowl right there. And then, of course, shape it up as much as I can. And you could add the center to your bow, especially when it's not wired like mine is. And I will most likely do it. But let's just worry about the tails for now. We're going to create a dovetail. As you can see, I know most likely you all know, but I'm just going to say it. It's starting from the edges into the middle. That's the cut on the angle. That's it. So I'm going to do it to both ribbons. And I really hope that everything is going to be, working over here. I wish that bow was a little bit bigger. But either way, okay, so I think now I need to figure out what am I going to do to hide the tails that originally came with my wreath. So I decided to simply hot glue the gold ribbon in some kind of a manner that you cannot see it on the sides. And then spread up those little ears on the bottom, a little bit wider. And of course, try to fluff it up mine and see what I can do. No, well, I've added a little button that I have, and I think I'm done. I'm going to still look at it. Hey, it doesn't look bad. So I don't really have a place to put it yet. So I decided to bring my pizza pan that I had for something else that didn't finish, of course. So I'm going to put on the back of it, add the hot glue, and I'm going to still stare at my bow and my wreath and see if there anything else I can do to it. So here's the close-up pictures. Now check it out, all that texture. Yes, I know that if I would have added a second layer of texture would have been better, but painting is not that bad. And I actually feel that I've tried and the project does not look that bad. So I really hope that you are going to grab one of those wreaths and have fun with this. And I do still have one more, but this time I already know what I'm going to do because now I've tried one way. So I know I'm going to try now and be more confident with whatever I'm doing. But I do like it. So it's again, thanks for watching. And if you did enjoy, please don't forget to sprinkle. And if you do have one, please share the pictures and check out the description for the mixed media. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.